2009. 18 candidates. You decide. The Mayor's Race with John Early.
Back again, and we continue to get to know the candidates. Who are we going to hire to be the CEO of this great city of ours? Joining me now is, this is a long name, is Michael David Running Bear Dancing Hawk Toms Sr. He is a Cherokee Indian, and he is a Republican. Michael, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Welcome, John. I'm glad to be here today.
Now, I'm asking the candidates to give me a little bit of their professional life, your professional background, please.
I worked for City Service Oil and Gas Corporation for 22 years. I started out on maintenance and ended up 22 years later becoming a production foreman in Wyoming. I built my own production platform offshore Texas, and I've done everything in the oil industry, from drilling a well to turn on your gas at the house and cooking hot dogs.
So, oil and gas, your background.
Yes, sir. Third generation.
Okay, something to be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you want to be mayor of this great city?
Because the streets are not safe. And I'm not talking about the potholes either.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the gangs and these 30,000 illegals we have here. Tulsa is not a sanctuary city.
So that's why you decided to run for mayor?
Yes, sir.
Any particular incident or something that happened? Or
No, just in general. I have children and grandchildren that like to move back here, and I'd like for it to be a safe place.
And right now you don't feel Tulsa is a safe place?
No.
Okay. What do you believe is the scope of the mayor's job? Describe the job to me.
Describe the job to you? I believe mainly PR, bringing work into here, and we can do that by eliminating the illegals and the contractors that are hiring them. We can put our people back to work.
Too many of our people are going without jobs because of the illegals here.
Right. Too many of the Native Americans are on the street because they don't have the jobs for construction and lawn care, and they revert to the bottle.
Well, the job, of course, you said is PR and all that, but don't you think it's to work with the city council?
Yes.
How do you see yourself working with the city council?
Have an open door policy.
And they could just
come in anytime. The main thing is that all the employees will know their job descriptions and they will stay in them.
Okay, because that's been a problem?
In corporations, yes it is.
All right. So can you give me an example of your work background that would demonstrate to us the skills that you would demonstrate in office? Maybe a managerial job that you had, or maybe a project that you led.
Right. Well, when you're working 110 miles offshore with 55 contractors and 4 company men, you are the liaison between the U.S. Coast Guard, USGS, and also you have to be trained in all your pollution and in administration of safety devices, and also in any issues pertaining to life and death. There's no ambulance can get out there, so I managed the platform for 4 years out there. It's just like managing a small city. You have to have it all under control.
I'm sure you have some stories to tell about infighting amongst the crew.
Yeah, we keep it real short. If they're contracts and they give us trouble, we put them on a boat and they can stay on there all night long and their attitude will change. If they get real bad, the next morning, their first flight out, they're going to the bank. We do not have agitators.
All right, so you have no problem.
Or we could send them to Cuba real easy.
Yes, yeah. What do you think are the most challenging issues for the mayor's job that need to be addressed in the next 3 months? When you get to be mayor, November 10th, in the next 3 months, what are the issues you jump into immediately?
Safe streets, yeah. Safe streets. Mainly, I'd like to see the police department. I've already got my police chief picked out.
Oh, really? Who is that?
Corey Burke. Burke. I think B-R-K, Burke. He's was in Causeville. He's the Army. Then he used to blow up mines. Okay, and he is a law enforcement officer in Bentonville.
Is that where he is now?
He's here now. Yeah, he's also a minister here in town.
Okay, and what's his name again?
Corey Berkeley. Yeah, I believe it. Berkeley. Yeah.
And does he know that he's going to be the police chief?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Corey Berkeley
Yeah.
will be our new police chief when you get to be mayor.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And we'll cross-deputize the police department with the Cherokee Nation, the Marshal Service, and hopefully the Creek Light Horse and the Osage. We will cross-deputize with them so they can have power to take the streets back.
So the Creeks and the Cherokees would also be deputized,
Right.
to add, and they could control our unsafe streets.
Right. Then
Okay.
they would be, the police would be cross-deputized, so they would have the same power as Marshal Services would be.
Okay, looking forward now, over the next 5 years, you've been thinking about being mayor, you have a plan for the future. What do you see for Tulsa over the next 5 years?
Oh, I see a growth in employment, and the spiritual aspect of Tulsa is growing too, with our ORU and Victory, and also over at Rhema. But mainly that there'll be a good growth.
In the,
No.
in the spiritual life, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
in Tulsa?
and also in employment.
As you look back on Democrat Mayor Taylor's term in office, do you think she's been a good mayor?
The only thing good she did was she got me a new building to live in, which is
A new building to live in?
the glass building.
Oh, the new city hall?
Right,
And you live in it?
No, we will be living in it. I mean,
Oh,
we'll
for
be
you to.
occupying
Oh,
it,
for
yeah.
you to.
Occupying.
For you to occupy.
And the homeless.
Well,
But she did that for us. She got it. And it's on the Qualla boundary of the Cherokee Nation. It's within the boundaries of the Cherokee Nation. That was nice of her to do that.
yeah. Okay. Do you think it makes a difference whether a person is a Democrat or a mayor to be? A Democrat or a Republican to be mayor?
Well, not necessarily. It's just a character. You know, if they're a man or a woman of integrity, you know, if their word means something, that's a bunch
Yeah.
of, Also, I'm running for Chief Cherokee Nation in 2011, so I'm going to need somebody to fill in that 1 year, maybe, unless I can do both of them.
Oh, we can probably work that
I think-
out to see if you can be both chief of the Cherokee Nation and the mayor of Tulsa. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir,
All right.
That's my main goal, is to be Chief of the Cherokee Nation.
Okay. We may have to get back to you on that. So why do you think you'll be successful as mayor?
Because I'm a man of integrity, and what I say means something, and also I'll be lifting up the name of Jesus downtown, like Mayor LaFortune, which got messed over on his last campaign.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Okay.
mind having him taking over my last year either.
Well, while you're chief of the Cherokees.
Right, while I
Yeah.
slide over there, yeah,
So Bill LaFortune, you could say, take over for you.
yes.
All right. Well, you're very interesting. I wish we had more time, but we've been talking to Michael David, Running Bear, Dancing Hawk, Tom Sr., who is a candidate for mayor. Thanks for giving us some of your time. We appreciate it very much.
And I appreciate you, John, and you keep up a good work, and maybe someday you'll own the place.
Maybe I will. Thank you very
Right.
much. And we'll be back in a moment with another candidate for mayor. Stay with us.